Just imagine if Porsche had made a proper wide-bodied version of the GT4 RS. Well, it would look something like that. This is called the GT4 ePerformance, and it only has one problem. It doesn't have an engine.
So let me just tell you how this works. You've had a look round it, but from inside here, this is quite an intimidating machine. I've effectively got a Cayman that's had its engine taken out, sorry you can't see my mouth, and it's got about 600 horsepower. It weighs about 1500 kilograms and it's four-wheel drive. This is a Porsche race car unlike anything else that I've driven. Right, let's just try and work our head around this now. I'm at Valencia as well, which is not my favourite circuit, so we can keep a bit of time to window. Get used to the brakes. What's the brake pedal like? A little bit dead. First of all, it's bloody fast, this thing. Every time you put your foot down, it just seems to... it just throws you towards the next corner. I also happen to think it looks absolutely magnificent from the outside. What do you think? Four-wheel drive means it's got mega traction as well. And you only feel the weight on that entry phase into the corner. Whoa! And so effectively what you're looking at is the new Porsche Carrera Cup car, isn't it? Over the next couple of years they want to try and see whether they can get this thing to a place where they can have a one-make series. Last corner of Valencia, you don't really see where it's coming from. It's curiously serene, but also quite violent. How accelerative it is. Well, this is part of Porsche's big old push to make the next Cayman and Boxster fully electric vehicles. And this is a great way to show something that's Cayman shaped, but is of course fully electric. You know what? It feels like quite a conventional racing car to me, like all Porsches, a bit challenging. For a concept it feels so finished. And it's making a hell of a lot of noise as well. Being four-wheel drive, you can just stand on it and it goes. I'm not using anything like everything it will do now. The other things that are really helpful, because it's got no engine in the back, there's a little more space. They've got a big diffuser at the back. They're getting kind of 911 GT3R levels of downforce without having a great big wing. I like, with inside here, the lack of a lovely engine swinging away doesn't really matter to me. But if this is the performance that road Caymans are going to have in a couple of years' time, it's going to be mind-bending for most punters. This is so bloody fast. I know you might not see it from the outside, but it really is mighty, mighty quick. Braking's a bit of a technique. If you just smash the brakes and then bleed off, you can lock the wheels up too easily. This is real business for Porsche as well. They make money out of racing cars. They're about to build their 5,000th Cup car. And if it can get these going as well, I'm not using all the traction, use the traction hose. Now, what you need to know about this car is, there's another mode. I've got 600 horsepower right now, but it's got a party mode that will give, wait for it, 1,000 horsepower. So, I'm just going to cruise this one back into the pits now, and then we'll come back out, and we'll drive, I can't believe I'm saying this, a 1,000 horsepower electric Cayman. So right now, just have a look at the outside of this thing. Tell me it doesn't look flipping gorgeous. Four-wheel drive electric Cayman, 600 horsepower, for a slightly tubby English person. We've done that. Next time out, Apparently it's got 1,000 horsepower. It's got a party button, so I'm going to go and have a go at that in a minute. But that is so impressive. If that's a concept and they're developing it, it's pretty much done. It's a finished car, isn't it? It's always the case with Porsche. They always go, it's a concept, and that means it's finished.
Here with Matthias, who is the project leader of this remarkable vehicle.
We started with the concept of such a GT race car.
Yeah.
And then we switched over to the story of the Mission R.
Does Mission R have the same floor pan as this car?
Yeah,
it does.
exactly the same, and
Okay.
exactly the same, the same technique. And the story we told with the Mission R from the technical side, that we have a race idea of a vision of a GT race car, of approximately 1,000 horsepower,
Yeah.
of a race range of 30 to 40 minutes. That is the carryover
For this.
to this. And this is the real first prototype with this technique and with the, from this story on. To develop a brand new car, a brand new race car between 2 and 3 years. And now we are really in the middle of the development from this side.
The thing that really does my head in about this, first of all, the power figures. In normal mode, what they call race mode, this has around 600 horsepower, but it has the ability to go to nearly 1,000 horsepower in, they call it party mode, the racing drivers do. I'm sure they'll
Party
fix
mode,
mode, but it's a qualifying mode. And at that point, as you'll see in the video, or will have seen in the video, it becomes quite lively, it really does. It's a lot of power. And it's 3 batteries, interesting point. Rear battery pack, a front battery pack, and we have one in the footwell of the passenger seat. These are now oil cooled. This liquid cooling isn't water, it's oil. There's 30 litres of fluid in this car.
Yeah.
So it's almost like a half a tank of fuel.
Yeah, it is, yeah. But the good thing is, it's just one circular. So we are cooling the whole drivetrain
With one
and the
circuit.
battery with one circuit, yeah.
And one pump.
With one pump and with one thunder cooler. The next is the level of the temperature is only 60 to 65 degrees. It's completely different, you know, from a combustion engine.
Starting with the motors, do these have any relationship at all? And is it 2 motors or one on each wheel?
It's on each axle.
Each
one,
axle's motor. So, and are they anything to do with the 919 motors? Is there any relationship?
No, there's no relationship. It's we call it the so-called magneto drivetrain motor.
Yeah.
It's an improved electrical motor from the Taycan.
Is it?
Yeah.
So it's more closely related to Taycan?
It's more close to the Taycan, and it's produced in Zuffenhausen as well.
Is it?
So yeah, it's in this special plant for the pre-development of electrical motors in Zuffenhausen. So it's a own development from Porsche.
Okay, wow. So actually, is it a very similar size to the Taycan motor?
It's nearly the similar, yeah.
Is it?
Yeah. And it's not so big. I think you have seen it. It's such dimensions, something
It's a
like
monster.
that. Yeah. It's a real monster.
So,
but the interior from the motor is completely different.
Is it?
So it's directly oil cooled, and
Yeah.
that's why we can bring out so much power from the motor.
Could you see a street car having this cooling solution? Would it be possible, or does it require too much maintenance?
Yeah, the maintenance is not a problem. It's possible, yes. But it's from street legal side and homologation side, it's not so easy in moments. But from technical side, it could be possible. But to be honest, it's easier to have a water cooled system.
And the actual, if you're wondering what a GT4 RS would have looked like with a wide body, obviously you can see now. It's a stunning shape with all the panels on it. Suspension, it just looks like you've bolted a load of RSR parts onto a Cayman.
Yeah, it's exactly the story. It's a GT4 Cayman, the GT4 Clubsport.
Yeah.
That was the baseline, and we said, okay, we need a follower of the GT4 Clubsport when the car is going electrical. Maybe sometimes it is a 983. We must be prepared, and so we started the idea of making a GT race cars all electrical.
I mean, it looks fantastic.
It looks fantastic, yeah.
And talk me through the way the axles work. This is, I think, the first ever four-wheel drive Cayman, isn't it? Has there ever been a four-wheel drive?
No, never ever. It's really the first, yeah.
And in terms of the axle behaviour, is it equal power front to rear, or is there more power to the rear?
There's more power at the rear, yeah. We
Okay.
have up to 450 at the rear and 250 at the front, yeah.
And here's the shocking one. I'm going to ask a question. I'm going to ask a question now, which is totally counterintuitive, because the Porsche Cayman is to us a mid-engine sports car, but this has no engine. What's the weight distribution? I've been told it's 52 to the front.
Yeah, it is, yeah.
So in your head, it's a mid-engine sports car with 52% weight at the front. This world's being turned upside down. So And tell me about how the control you have. I know you've created a base setup with the car now, with the way the front axle behaves with the back axle. But what are your options? You have many options, don't you, with the way you can make the differentials behave, the way the power can be developed.
Many things you can play with.
Yeah.
You can switch the power. You can switch the power from front to the rear. Are you happy with 500 horsepower, or do you need 700 horsepower for the next stint? What's better to you? To figure out how a new race format could be, that's now very interesting to find this out the next 1 or 2 years.
And I love it whenever Porsche uses the word concept, or as you would say, concept. Sorry.
Yeah.
I love my German. That means you've spent as much money as most companies would making the thing, and what you would call a concept is probably more finished than most car companies' products. So, is this the new Carrera Cup car we're seeing? What would you think?
No, it's not a new Carrera Cup car, but the idea could really be that we make an additional one-make series with an all-electrical car.
Yeah.
It's not a substitution, it's an additional to the Carrera Cups. And we are free of homologation stuff and regulations. Yeah. And so we can really figure out a technique and figure out the event. I
remember a board member telling me many years ago, he said the great thing about Carrera Cup is that Porsche always wins.
Yeah, and that's the next good thing, yeah. You know, I'm happy every weekend because the GT3 Cup is winning, I'm sure.
But if you follow around to the race, one thing I want to ask you. So as someone who's raced Porsches for a long time and spent a bit of time trying to make the rear aerodynamics of a Porsche work, this is lovely for you, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
There's no engine, so now we have a proper diffuser. You must love this.
Everybody loves this, and with this small diffuser, you really see that some colleagues from aerodynamics from the LMP project worked with this project.
Yes.
But the nice thing is that we have a aerodynamic similar to a RSR.
Pretty amazing.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing, yeah.
No, I think it's absolutely stunning. And the performance, well, you'll see in the video. And also, you need to come and see this, Neil. Just always remember this. These cars, the special cars, are made in fact. Thank you, boss.
Yeah, thank you.
Cheers.
It was a pleasure.
Right, a very nice German man who's got a voice in my ear just said drive mode 9. Now drive mode 9 was different to the last one, that was drive mode 3. I'm led to believe I now have something in the region of 950 to 1,000 horsepower. That, by any measurement, is some crazy shit. And that's why electric cars are going to shock people, because it's all about to get a lot faster. Let's blend 950 in a bit more gently, shall we? Right, let's open it up. 3/4. Oh, f me, that's a different ball game. Okay, you just got to watch your braking point. Immediately you realise, fucking hell. Oh yeah, I'm liking this already. It's bonkers. You can't just get it wide open out of a corner. You've got to think about it a bit more. Shit the frick. Everything's happening a bit quicker than it was before. Woo! 950 sodding horsepower. Bits of the circuit that were flat out really aren't now. Oh! My days! Okay, that's already 200 k's. That's 230, 240, 250, 269. Deary me, and there's a limiter on it clearly as well. Having to really adjust my braking point there. There's no ABS and there's no traction control. Can't say I've ever driven a car with 1,000 horsepower that's got no TC. But it's still very drivable. I just haven't got quite the messages that I want coming from it. When am I locking up? I had a massive lock up then. Wasn't really aware of it. Woo. The performance is just mind-bending. The traction, just extraordinary. Oh, it's just constant, it's relentless, it's physical, and in its own way it's quite addictive. And from the outside you look at it and think, oh, it's an electric car. But now it's challenging me and I want to try and, oh, I've just sorted it out, a bit of a drift there, like that. But now I know where the challenges lie, I want to try and fix them. Learn how to command it a bit better. Whereas that's racing cars, isn't it? Yeehaw! And you come down the straight, it's so fast. Porsche tends not to do stuff in a racing car that won't end up on a road car. I've just driven a Cayman that's four-wheel drive and has the ability to either be 600 or nearly 1,000 horsepower. And if I was a betting man, I'd say that might be coming to a showroom near you at some point in the next 5 years. And when it does, your mind will be blown because it's flipping bonkers fast. But here's the thing, everyone that thinks that the Green Revolution is going to bring about some kind of speed sanitised society has got it all wrong. They're just going to get faster and faster. And even though it's quite a numb device, and it is a bit numb, it kind of compensates with just making your face bend. I'm knackered. I've just done 4 laps with 1,000 horsepower and I'm knackered.
I'm a bit sweaty because I don't drive many cars that got 1,000 horsepower with no ABS and no traction control. Maybe four-wheel drive on warm slicks, but it's a workout. And as I said in the car, to reiterate, this shift from internal combustion engines to electric is bringing about a whole lot of worthy stuff. And people talk about obviously the reduction in emissions and the simpler vehicles to build and makes the world a better place. But don't forget, it's also making them much faster. I mean, I've not driven a racing car of that category that can go like that. That is insane. And Porsche has a real habit of making this stuff and then making it appear on the roads. And this is a marketing project designed to help us, or help Porsche manage the transition in the public perception of a Boxster and Cayman car going from being petrol driven to being electric. The next Boxster and Cayman we know will be electric. And so this is part of that marketing exercise. And therefore, if you're a betting man, you'd say, well, this sort of power and torque could end up in a road car as well. And if that's the case, wow. I mean, it's to be reckoned with. I've had a good day at Valencia. I'm now going to have a lie down because I'm knackered. Don't get as fat as me.